What's up everybody, Chase here with Everett Chevrolet. We are showing off some of our pre-owned inventory this week, and what better way to start out than a 2023 Ford Bronco Wildtrak. This Wildtrak trim comes with the Sasquatch package. You get a ton of extra off-road features, we'll go into that in just a second. This is the high-performance off-road trim meant for high off-road speeds. So you get a ton of extra features and parts meant to handle that, and all the way built from the ground up, you get a great off-roader and daily driver from Ford. So this one was traded into us with just over 19,000 miles, and we are selling it for $49,000. I think that is a steal, and let me explain to you more on that later. So with the included Sasquatch package, which was a $4,000 addition to this vehicle, you get a lot more capability. Starting off with your 35-inch mud terrain Goodyear tires, you get 17-inch wheels, which are beadlock capable, by the way. And then behind that, you're gonna have your Fox position-sensitive monotube shocks. Those are outrageously good for off-roading, and that is gonna have independent front suspension, and you have a solid rear axle in the back. It doesn't get any better than that. Jeep people might be saying, oh, you need a solid front axle. I disagree completely. I think this is great for off-roading and being on the road. And I would have no problem driving something like this every day versus a Jeep, not really my thing, but that is up to you. What makes this even better is that you have a 4.7 final drive ratio, so that is ideal for off-roading. It gives you a ton of help in addition to your 415 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in just 6 seconds, which is pretty amazing for this avid off-roadsman vehicle. And 35-inch tires, I think you're not gonna beat that whenever you're modifying your Jeep Wrangler. Other than that, you get 315 horsepower from this 2.7-liter V6 twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, and I think this is the perfect all-round trim because it is positioned just above the Badlands trim, but below the Raptor trim, of course, which is just outrageous, has a bigger motor and much bigger tires. But I think this is gonna be your best all-round daily driver. What's interesting about the Ford Bronco is that you get a lot of different useful characteristics and features in addition to just a regular off-road vehicle. Starting off with these hooks up here, they are rated for 150 pounds, or if you just need to tie down your kayak that you have on top of your roof, you have roof racks with roof rails already built in, ready to add on your accessories. Of course, you have your tow hooks right here, and then a really solid steel skid plate. It is shown in Eruption Green Metallic, and then you have these blacked out touches as a part of that Sasquatch package. It makes it look amazing, and of course, your blacked out wheels. Now, what's really phenomenal is this feature around back. Let's check it out. So around back, you have your swing open back door. And what I really liked back here while I was playing around is this little tray. Pop it open, and you have a perfect spot for a little camp stove. I mean, I'm sure that's an add-on from factory, but that is so cool that they have built this vehicle to be totally customizable and open to you. If you are into modifying your vehicles, or you just want something that is really built for your lifestyle, I think the Ford Bronco is gonna meet most of anybody's lifestyle. We are on the inside of the 2023 Bronco, and let's just say that it's a little bit smaller than you might expect. It looks like a big vehicle from the outside, but it is very smushed on the inside, so that's something worth noting. Other than that, you get a massive infotainment center with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, car projection. Right above that, you have very accessible front and rear locking differentials, which I think that's amazing. Of course, you can turn your traction off as well, so you don't have to go searching through your features, which you have on your steering wheel or on your screen. What you're gonna need in the moment is available at the touch of a button. And any other accessories that you might wanna add on, you have 6 auxiliary switches already pre-built in, ready for you to wire up whatever you might need. I like that a lot, but the best thing about this vehicle by far is the 7 selectable GOAT modes, or go over any terrain. That ranges from sport to eco to Baja to sand to snow to slippery and to mud and ruts. I think that's phenomenal that you can, at the touch of a button or the spin of a dial, change what you need at the moment that you need it. And they're actually quite amazing from what I've seen online and in reviews. Unfortunately, we cannot off-road this. We need one of you to come and buy this today. So I'll leave that up for you. After you buy it, you can test it out and see what you think about it. This is just one of our many pre-owned vehicles on the lot. Let's check out the back seat. All right, so stepping into the back seat, left my driving position back where it was, where I would need to be, and I can still fit back here. I have about 2 inches of leg room. I am sitting a little bit higher. I have not a lot of headroom, but it's comfortable enough and it works. You get your standard little cup holders back here and armrest. And then you have your window controls as well as USB-C, USB, and a wall outlet back here. So they are thinking about the rear passengers, and it's pretty comfortable if you're an adult gonna be riding back here, but of course the whole cabin is just a little bit smushed in. Well, that about wraps up my take on the 2023 Ford Bronco Wildtrak Edition. With the Sasquatch package, this is a very good off-roader, and it's really good on the road as well. It's comfortable, it's quick, and it's efficient. With 17 miles per gallon, with all the off-road features this has to offer, I think that's quite a good compromise. Now, another good value addition is gonna be that this trim level is actually being taken out by Ford. So for 2025, you no longer have the option to order a Wildtrak Edition or trim level because, well, it just has too much value. There's too many features being mixed around in the 4 or 5 available trims that they had. So you're getting way too close to the performance of a Ford Bronco Raptor, but you're also getting a lot of the standard features in the Badlands and the regular base model. So they took that away, and now this is going to be the last year that you can get a Wildtrak Edition Sasquatch packaged Ford Bronco. So if you're interested in all the extra value and features that you're gonna get in this awesome, well-rounded vehicle, well then come and get it from Everett Chevrolet. We actually have 2 on our lot right now. One is white and the other is this beautiful Eruption Green Metallic. So if you're ready to make the step today, or if you're just interested in checking out other options, this one is available for $49,000 online right now with only 19,000 miles. So if you're interested, come check out our pre-owned selection. We have access to over 500 pre-owned vehicles.